Just drink to it, I guess, then. There you go.
Oh, my fucking
That went well. Oh, we're keeping that. Oh my fucking god. Oh,
fuck.
Literally. Where is it? Fuck. That's it. Fuck. Well, that was a shit show for an opening. Alright guys, so he's doing me and Andy today, we're back for another episode of Two Scots, One Car, but it's kind of like a special, because we're going to do this nearly every week now. It's a top 10 series, or a top 5 in this case. So what it's going to be is, like, you can suggest any sort of topic or anything like that you want me and Andy to make a top 10 of. For example, the one we're doing right now is our top 5 supercars, I think. Top 5 supercars, and we might be doing a top 5 muscle cars next. So we'll make it a weekly series. I know you guys want to see some more videos with a certain somebody. And yeah, we're drinking, we're not drunk, because we've only had one. So yeah, that was a fucking shit show of an intro. Anyway, we're going to go from person to person to see what would we want for our top 5 supercars, money not included. So we shall start with the man over right there.
Right. The first car I've got on my list is a 2013 Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG GT Roadster.
And breathe. And breathe. Obviously, that's to be expected from him.
Yes, SLS all the way.
Yeah, because they get hit in the head by a freaking SLS. It was the gull-wing doors we were at. Where was it again? Scottish Car Show?
Scottish Car Show.
Yeah, he just lifted his head up and it's been wallop right off the gull-wing doors.
I still feel it.
So, why do you want that in your dream garage?
Because ever since it came out, ever since I've seen it on Top Gear, I've just fallen in love with it.
This is the Roadster, isn't
Yeah,
it?
this is the Roadster.
So. Yeah.
Like, it was on the same episode with all the NASCARs and stuff like that.
Oh, was it? I thought I forgot that one.
And it's pretty much like the German equivalent of a muscle car.
Yeah, kind of like a Viper, but built by someone that knows how to build cars.
I personally think it's one of the best looking Mercedes out there.
I'll not disagree with you on that one. It's a gorgeous looking car.
It sounds amazing. It looks amazing. It's bonkers to hell.
Bonkers to hell. Sick.
It's a lunatic round every corner.
Yeah, that's why I like it as well. So it's the German tail waggler. That's what it should be called.
It's the equivalent to the F-Type.
Yeah, that's it. Because like me and him, we've always says this. Like the F-Type and the SLS are quite similar. Yeah. Both front engine, both sort of GT-ish cars.
GT sports cars.
GT Sport, or Gran Turismo Sport.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously the SLS is a bit more supercar stylish, but they have the same sort of layout, which is kind of good. They're big, leery, front engine, rear wheel drive, sports / GT cars, which is awesome. But
the specific one I want is with SLS Roadster with painted white with tan interior. Like, there's pictures of it on Google and I think, oh my god.
That's like the Alfa Romeo Brera thing, isn't it? Is it black with tan leather? Oh, that's what it's like. But yeah, is there anything else to add to it, no?
Not much.
But it's a really, really good choice for the actual first one. Really, really good choice. So moving on to my first car that I want in the supercar garage, it is the Jaguar XJ75. Now, I don't know if you would class this as a hypercar or a supercar. Me personally, I would class it as a supercar, but yeah, sadly Jaguar aren't going to make it, which sucks real bad, because it is good in Drive Club and it just looks so nice. Seriously, it's got all the sexiness you would want from a Jag. It's heavily based on the old XJ13 from the 1970s, I think it is, 60s or 70s, but it looks freaking gorgeous, man. If you've seen it in James Bond Spectre alongside the DD10, it is such a great chase. Plus, it kind of proves the age-old thing. Every villain drives a Jag. Yes. We had to
get that in there or something.
Yeah, we had to do that. But yeah, if I had to pick any colour, dark blue with kind of like a black leather interior, it is. Plus,
I also think that's the way they kind of 2017 GT kind of got its inspiration for looks. A wee bit.
Oh yeah, the 4 GT.
Yeah.
It kind of does a wee bit. I know you mention it. Apart from all the big kinks and everything in the bodywork,
the kind of shape of it is kind of like.
I've never thought that till
similar.
now. But the main reason why I like it is the back end. It's just. It's right on it's just why I smack it. But it's a gorgeous car, and apparently the actual early concept of it had a jet engine. So how cool is that? But I just want them to make it so badly, man. Just let it be a successor to the XJ220. You've got to have a blooming Jag hypercar, supercar. Please.
Now, my second car on the list is the Noble M600.
Did not expect that.
I just love how raw it is. Like, it's got no ABS. It's got no safety equipment. It's got no bullshit.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
It's like you yourself. If you're going to get killed, then that's your fucking fault. So.
It's just all about the driving experience with that car. With its 650 plus horsepower.
Plus you can tweak the modes, can't you?
You can tweak the modes, like down to like 500 or whatever.
Aye.
So it just becomes a normal kind of sports car.
Casual drink. Not sponsored in any way. I'm dying for a drink.
Then you dial up to 11 and it just goes insane.
Definitely. It's kind of like a modern day F40. That's what it's like.
Right.
It's lightened, it's stripped out in nearly every single colour. It looks good. Really?
But that's if it works eventually.
What? Aye. If you don't blow a clutch in the middle of Italy, Retrotamond. Nah, but yeah, it's a really good car. But I kind of prefer the Speedster version. I don't know if it's called that officially, but it reminds me of the old 911 Speedster, how the back arches are kind of hunched up to give it that more booty look. You know what I mean? But it's a good looking car nonetheless, and it goes like stink.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Absolutely mental. So moving on to my next car, I completely forgot what it is. It's kind of obvious actually if you think about it. I share my channel name with it. It is the Ferrari 458 Italia, but in a specific colour combination, it has to be kind of like the darker red with the black roof and the black mirrors. Oh, man, seriously. I know the 488 looks really good with that colour combination because I've actually driven it in Forza Motorsport 6 with that colour combination. Very, very nice looking car. I think the 458 is still the better looking one of the two because it's got a lot more clean front end. It doesn't have the buck teeth of the 488. And it's
not trying to be the LaFerrari.
Yeah, exactly. It's not trying to be something else. Whereas the 458 was the thing which kickstarted the good-looking Ferraris again.
Although I do prefer the back end of the
488. I prefer that as well. It's actually really good because we were standing behind, I think it was 2 488s
for so long.
Gumball. Yeah, for so fucking long. It was like the whole day waiting for the cars, and
we couldn't even get round to see the front of it.
Yeah, we had to go to the other side of the road to see the front of the cars, but. Yeah, it's a gorgeous thing, the 458. It's naturally aspirated as well, where the 488 isn't. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a really, really good car, and I would love one in my life, definitely.
My third car on my list is the Saleen S7. Probably a shocker to some.
Yeah, shocker to me. Well, bear in mind, you have been talking about it for the past couple of weeks, so kind of not surprised.
I've been talking about it, I've been driving it a lot, It's just been my car in Forza for ever.
Nah, it's a really good car. I'm not going to deny that.
It's so good. It's like one of the very underrated cars, and I'd never see anyone drive it.
Is it not quite mental?
Not really.
Does it not like try to squirge away for you?
Not at all. It's like incredibly grippy if you get it right.
I was going to say it must have some fat ass rear tyres then, if it's like that.
It's bunkers. But the also thing I love about it's still kind of relevant today than it is. Like, the other ones, like, you see it in kind of modern car movies, like the Need for Speed movie had it in it. In the final race, which I was surprised at.
And Brussels Mighty as well. I remember that. That's fucking brilliant.
And I think it's Redline. I think the movie's called
Redline.
It's a very cheesy bad car movie.
I think I've watched the trailer for it.
And it wins the race actually. I think.
Is it actually? Not bad. Pretty good, but anything else you want to talk about? The SL... Nah, what?
The Saleen. It looks good, and it's a proper American supercar.
Yeah, because you don't get many of them these days. You get, like, the Hennessy Venom GT. Yeah. Well, it's kind of like a Lotus, but still...
You've got the...
Viper ACR, which is kind of super muscle, kind of like that.
And then you've got the Ultimate Aero.
The Tryon Nemesis,
Tryon
that's
Nemesis,
American as well. If the Twatura, whatever the fuck it's called, if that, the Twat as we call it, if that actually gets made, then that'll be a good contender.
But Saleen S7, in my heart.
I'll need to drive that soon, actually. I'll really need to drive that soon. Right, so my third car is probably one of the best vehicles ever to be made from Japan. It is the Lexus LFA. The howling, screaming, soulful V10 monster. It's one of them cars with so much soul you cannot believe, because I'm kind of glad Lexus made it, because their cars are kind of notorious for being like, they do everything to make sure you don't feel connected to it. You don't feel like it's got a soul, but this one does, and it's just the engine. It's just the engine. Like, I can include the bodywork, I can include the interior itself, but that engine is just the heart. I mean, you get it, like in other cars, engines are just engines, but you get the sense that in the LFA it is actual beating heart. It's so good. The fact that it sounds like nothing on this earth, it sounds like God bellowing, is unreal, man.
It probably is the most single best sounding car out there.
I'm not going to deny that. I know some people might, but for me, it is definitely...
It's kind of up there with like the Carrera GT kind of levels of
because it is kind of similar to the Carrera GT, because V10, but just like the Carrera GT, it's got its own distinguished sound, because the Carrera GT is more of a high-pitched howl, whereas this is more like a screech.
It's more like a deep bill, but kind of comfort.
What, the Carrera GT?
No, the LFA is kind of... it's a bit more deeper than the Carrera GT.
The Carrera GT is more it's like it's a bit like a wolf, but you know what I mean. But it's got that sort of
the German wolf.
The German wolf. That's what we'll call it now. # German wolf. The LFA is just a special car in my heart. I think it's like my second favourite car of all time. So we will be doing a top 10 or top 5 on our top 10 favourite cars of all time, but that'll probably be later down the line, because we want to get a lot more done. But yeah, that's my third car. I can go on about it all day, but I really want one in dark blue. It doesn't bother me, it doesn't have any cup holders. It really doesn't, because car people like us, we don't give a shit. And plus, there's a thing called a bottle. We can have that.
And who cares about anyone in the passenger?
I was going to say, too bad we can't have that in the car, but I just realised what it is.
Don't do this and drive.
Don't do that. Don't do that at all.
Now, my fourth car is another American supercar. The 4GT 2005.
Alright, because I was going to say it's a 2017 one. That's actually a good choice, but what would you prefer, the normal standard one or the X1?
Oh, I forgot about the X1.
Yep.
I'll go with the normal one.
What?
I love the GTX1, but the normal GT is the one that started it.
Aye, but the X1 improved on it. Holy shit. Plus it's got like 700 odd horsepower. Horizon 1 got that wrong. He said that was 550, but Clarkson says when he was doing a review of it in Good, the Bad, the Ugly, it has 700 horsepower. It's mental.
I still love the original 4GT, like just how it harked back more to the GT40 than this new one did.
Aye. Because the newer one is meant to be like based on the future and everything, to see how Ford of the future and the present actually does.
The 2005 one was more of an inspiration from the original.
It wasn't an inspiration, it was an exact fucking clone. That's it. A clone wearing 2005 clothes. That's what it's like.
The specific colour I would have it in would be black with the grey or silver light line stripes across it.
I don't think have I ever seen one of them in that colour?
I know you get in Forza in that colour.
Ooh, right. Oh, right. Colours. What, black with grey?
Yeah.
Alright, I was thinking of grey with black stripes. That actually sounds pretty good.
That's kind of the more style of the original Mark II GT40.
Aye.
The one that won Le Mans, that's the colour that was in.
I'm trying to think, like... There's quite a lot of good colours that go with that. Like, there's the white and blue, there's the obvious red and white.
There's the yellow and black. Which
that's nice. That is really nice.
So good. But another thing I love, it looks amazing. Like the original.
It still holds up.
It still holds up. Another thing about the 4GT, it's in every single game,
fucking game.
Except from Need for Speed 2015.
That's kind of weird, because the 4GT is normally in Need for Speeds.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That has been, we've checked this, it's pretty much been in every single game since it's came out.
Yeah, definitely. Because it's been in all the Forza since it came out. And it's been in near enough all the Need for Speeds. But yeah, has it been in Gran Turismo? I'm sure it has been in Gran Turismo. Yeah, so it's been in nearly every single fucking game, which is mental. But as you says, I think it's still one of the cars which, no matter what time and what year, it still will look good. It still will look really good. Because did we not see one in Ignition?
Yeah.
We did. You nearly wetted yourself over it. You were like, oh my god!
I ran straight to it.
Because it was sitting next to a freaking Porsche GT3 and an old Mercedes SL or something.
No, it was next to a Trident or whatever it's called.
Oh, the wee German thing.
That
was funny as fuck. But he literally just dashed over there. Like fucking Sonic the Hedgehog. He was like, 4GT, woof. It's mental. Absolutely mental.
I loved it.
Yeah. So that was his fourth car there, guys. We're moving on to mine. And it's probably quite a surprising one. I don't think anyone would really expect me to do this. I am a massive fan of the Audi R8. Yeah. And the specific version I would like is the old first gen R8 V10 GT. So the reasons why I like it is because it's probably the best looking R8 out of the lot, including the brand new 2016 R8, because it's just like, of the older generation, it's the most hardcore one. Yeah.
Even though it's not that much different from it, but
there's subtle differences.
Subtle differences that just make it.
And that's really the only car that I approve of, like the front canards. Yeah. I'm not normally a big fan of that, but with the R8, it looks so fucking good. It looks really, really good.
And the wing.
And the wing as well, obviously. But the new R8 V10 Plus obviously kind of nicked it off of that. But it's got a bigger exhaust system. It's even more wilder sounding, if you can believe it, than the older V10. It's just awesome. I know you can get a Spider version, but...
Which I prefer.
I normally go for Spiders, but with the R8 GT, I think it's got to be the hard top. It's very, very good looking car. Obviously, the interiors, if you go back and play Forza Horizon 1, you remember it. Yeah. Typical Audi, fantastic. And I don't know what colour I would have it, probably in like a matte white. Yeah. Matte white or matte silver. It's just something about the R8 GT which you have to have in matte. It's an absolutely gorgeous thing, but yeah. Personally, I don't think the new R8 is as good looking as the previous generation, because
still good looking.
It's still a good looking car, as I says, but it's got nothing. It's more grown up, more handsome aggressive now. It's more aggressive looking, not really as beautiful. Yeah. So it kind of can split opinions on different people. Like if people like more aggressive style, then the new R8's for you. Yeah. But if you kind of like more circular and more beautilicious,
even though the GTI is kind of more aggressive than the normal GT, but R8,
I agree with you.
The canards and stuff, it's still...
it's more lightweight as well. So it's like, I think Audi stripped some of the interior out as well, like... I don't know if they get rid of the sat-nav. They get rid of the sat-nav, get rid of the... I don't know if they get rid of the radio, but it's just more stripped out and everything, and... That would be kind of like the track-ready supercar that I would go for, even though it's more class as road.
And the Scottish singer Amy McDonald.
I was going to say that! I was just going to say that! You bastard! I was going to say that because Amy McDonald's a massive fan. She had the R8, the R8 V10, and the R8 GT. She is one lucky bitch. And Amy...
And the 458, which already...
I'm jealous. I'm jealous of her, man. I'm absolutely fucking jealous. But yeah, Amy, call me. Not for you, for the cars. That's it. But yeah, R8 V10 GT is my fourth car. So we're moving on to our last cars now. And as I says, guys, if you've got anything that you want to see in terms of like other ideas, leave them in the comments below.
And what your top 5 is.
Good idea. Yeah, like what your top 5 supercars would be to money, no issue. So yeah, moving on to Andy's.
My final car, another probably a surprise. It's the Gumper Apollo S.
I'm personally not surprised because I'm obviously friends with you, but yeah,
it may not be the most beautiful car. It may not be like
fucking far from it.
May not be the best car, but to me, it's just I love the looks. I love the way it drives in Forza. Like, I wish it was still in Forza.
Is it not in Forza?
They removed that back in, I think it was.
You're kidding.
Forza 4, I think. Forza Horizon 1. It was the last time it was in it.
What, is this Enraged?
Yeah.
I thought it was in Forza 5 and 6.
No, it wasn't in it. I was raging about that.
See?
I think it was more because Gumper went bust. That's why.
Right, okay.
They're kind of back at Gumper with that new Apollo.
Well, that's what they're named as, the Apollo now, rather than Gumper, because
I think
they've
made a new version of it.
Aye, they've made a new version of the Apollo, but that means it'll call the Apollo, and I'm sitting back. I'm sitting back here. But aye, it's the Gumper and Apollo. It's a wicked car though in terms of like
it's
gripping
just
everything.
insane. Like there's a specific one I want. It's in baby blue.
Ooh,
and it looks so nice. And it's not got the wing or anything. It just like.
Is it not got the wing?
It's not got the wing.
It'd be kind of hard to imagine an Apollo without a wing.
Well, it's got a kind of a wing.
Just
More
like
of
a
a
wee
lip thing.
Is that bad
It
actually?
looks so good.
I'll need to Google that later.
Yeah. And just the grip of it and just how good it handles. Like, that's personally one of my... I don't know if you'd kind of classify it as a hypercar.
I don't think so.
It kind of goes up to the levels, because I know you get some with like over 1,000 horsepower or something.
And the Enraged does as well, doesn't it?
Okay.
I wouldn't class it as a hypercar. I'd probably class it as a very, very high-end supercar.
On the kind of verge
On the edge. But you kind of know these days, like, what's a hypercar and what's a supercar. Because, like, if it goes over... I would say if it goes over 800 horsepower, then it's into hypercar territory. Definitely. You're having a coughing fit. It's like, let the cider be the cure. But, yeah, I think that's Andy's. You get anything more to add? No?
No, man, just...
We want it back.
Yes.
We want it back.
Turn 10. Bring it back now.
Please. That'd be good. I think that'd be really good. Including the new Apollo Arrow.
Yes.
That'd be a really good throw in.
Do more of that one.
Yeah, we want that one. And moving on to mine. Now, this is a car I am dying to come in Forza Horizon 3, and they probably will, because a lot of people have been requesting this. It is, of course, the McLaren 675 LT.
Yeah.
This thing is savage just on every single freaking level. The looks, the noise, the handling, you name it. And Captain Sparkles, I am very fucking jealous of the Toyota. That's what he's...
And Salamander owns one.
Kind of Nick. Does he?
Yeah, Salamander owns one.
You never fucking told me this. Really?
Yeah, it was the whole point in the kind of Bang Gears episode. He owns it.
I thought he owned it. Oh, right, okay, right. I didn't know that.
I'm a big Salamandrian fan.
Yeah, same here, but that's one fact I didn't actually know. It's weird. But yeah, we've all seen Jensen Button taking Chris Evans around the track. In the new Top Gear.
Yeah.
I don't even want to call it that, because it wasn't. But yeah, he looked like he had a lot of fun. Seriously, I think Jensen Button would be a better fucking presenter than him anyway. But I love it in that sort of green as well. It looks badass in black. It looks badass in nearly every single colour. Just like the R8 and the Aventador, it looks good in nearly every single fucking colour. But for me, it would either be in like a matte silver, a white, or that green. Definitely. I like it in blue as well, but Shmee's done that.
Yeah. I love the 675 LT as well. I prefer it much more to the P1.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Same here, but there has been talk about the new... I think it's a P14 or something. It kind of looks like a P1. But
I know that there's another version of the McLaren. It's like the 688 or whatever it's coming.
Oh, yeah,
which is an updated version of that.
What, the 675? They only just came out with the 675. How much more are they going to freaking do to improve the same sort of body shell as like the 12C, 650S,
That's the bad thing about McLaren.
They're becoming like Porsche. Like one car and they've got like 50,000 bits of them. It's crazy. Because you get the GT3, you get the GT2, you get the GT3 RS, GT2 RS, freaking Carrera 4, blah, 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 blah. Go on and on and on, but you're getting like that now. You're getting the 12C, the 12C Spider, the 650S, 650S Spider, 675 LT, 675 Spider. That's what it's like, but unlike Porsche, I actually like what McLaren are doing.
Yeah.
I mean, I love what Porsche are doing as well, right? But I like what McLaren are doing more. But yeah, definitely 675 LT in Playground. You probably will have it in the game soon, but if it isn't kind of slotted in there yet, please.
And the 675 won me a photo competition, so I'm happy with that.
Aye, because that's when you went down to Hamilton, didn't it?
Yeah, I went into the Hamilton McLaren Glasgow garage.
We've done that once before as well for like a Christmas special, so I'll leave a link in the description, because it was like, I think there was two 675 LTs and like 3 570s.
This time when I went, there was 4.
I thought they were meant to be super rare, and there's like fucking 4 sitting in Hamilton.
There's
Holy shit.
There's 4 around the back, which I don't know if you're allowed to go around the back, but I still went.
We both went around the back that way. Well, at least we went into the girl and we went to the back. Can we film in here? And she goes, I didn't
go in this time because my shoe collapsed that day.
The shoe collapsed? Yeah. I don't care that my shoe's broke. I've got some good McLaren pictures.
The whole sole came off.
I'll actually try and put that up for you. If you thingy, I'll put it up right now for his picture because he's doing a photography class. So yeah, that is going to be it, guys, for our top 5 supercars. As we've said before, leave some suggestions in the comment section below. If you like this sort of style of video, it is a wee bit change of pace and everything from like the gameplay. We'll try and put it up nearly every Sunday or Monday. That'd be a pretty good idea. Probably more likely Sunday, unless it'll probably be Monday by the time this goes up. But we'll make it a Sunday thing. Definitely.
And tell us what you thought of the cars we chose.
Yeah, definitely do that as well. That'd be a lot of fun. But we're going to round it off here, guys. It's been on long enough. So leave a like if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel and also Andy's channel. He has finally got an Elgato.
Finally got one.
He's finally got an Elgato, but all he needs now is a laptop.
Everything else. He
needs everything else. So we probably start next year before he properly starts.
But I've got the important thing.
Yeah, he's got the important thing. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Andy's going to have a coughing fit again, and we shall finish off these bad boys right here. So yeah, cheers. And we'll see you.
This time.
Yeah, carefully this time. We won't bang it together. But we'll see you in the next video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye. Let's get pissed.